This video is a guide to help you overcome minor problems you experience with a scrubber dryer. If you experience any major problems, or you feel that you have tried the following steps and are still experiencing difficulties, please report it to your contract manager and an engineer will come to the site and fix it. Although all scrubber dryers look different, they are made up of roughly the same components: the clean tank, the dirty tank, the squeegee, the vacuum hose, and the brush drive board. If you are using a drive board, you will have a coloured pad at the bottom. Always ensure that all warehouse floors have been swept thoroughly before using the scrubber dryer. If you are using a machine that requires a pad, please make sure that this is fixed before starting the machine up. First thing you should check is that the tank is sitting flush with the seal and the seal is not broken. The slightest gap will cause massive loss of suction. Also check that the pipe has not got any rips, tears or holes. If it is ripped, this can be temporarily fixed with tape. Try and fix it to continue with your shift, but report it to your contracts manager and they will organise a replacement. 9 times out of 10 though, loss of suction is down to a blockage. First start by disconnecting the squeegee from the bracket using these 2 nuts. Check that the opening is clear. If so, move on to the next part. Disconnect the hose from underneath the machine. This will simply pull out. The chances are that you won't be able to see a blockage in the pipe, so either use a brush or mop handle to feed through, and this will dislodge any obstacles in the way. These are usually caused by pieces of wood or pallet wrap. If this is clear, then move on to the internal machinery and check the opening for obstacles. If you have tried all of these steps and there is still not sufficient suction, please report it to your contracts manager. It may be an electrical fault that an engineer will be able to fix. When using the scrubber dryer, you may notice the machine is leaving lines of dirty water behind you. This is caused by either little pieces of wood or general debris. To stop this, simply take a damp cloth and wipe the internals of the squeegee blade. This should be done at the end of each shift anyway. If the floors are swept correctly before each shift, and you clean the machine at the end of each shift, most of these problems will be avoided. On occasion, the flow of water may stop. This could be caused by a number of things. First, check that the water flow knob has not been knocked and is in the correct position. This should be about halfway for general warehouse cleaning. If that's okay, check that your pad is not full of dirt. This can prevent the water from not coming through, so change it for a new one. If this still doesn't work, check that the water feed is connected to the drive board. This may have been knocked off when last using the machine. Always ensure that if you're filling the machine with a bucket, that you use a clean one, free from any debris. This could cause an internal blockage that an engineer would need to solve. Make sure that the charger is switched on at the mains. Check the cable for any breakages, kinks, rips or tears. Finally, check that your cable is plugged correctly into the terminal that links directly to the batteries. If all else fails, disconnect the charger and report it to your contracts manager. If your machine uses a brush board, you will not need a pad unless instructed by your contracts manager. Tilt the machine back and unscrew this cap. Remove the old pad and place on the new one. Screw the cap back on and then put the machine in the correct position. Never leave any water in either the clean or dirty tanks. Flush out the dirty tank with a bucket of clean water and wipe your squeegee blade and exterior of the machine so it looks presentable for the customer.